Okay, we're gonna try this. We'll see if it works. We are making Hawaiian steak fajitas with pineapple salsa, not grilled pineapple salsa, because I didn't want to grill the pineapple. So we need strip steak, check. Here, come over here. We need strip steak. Thank God for Walmart sales. We need fresh pepper and onion mix, which I will cut. Olive oil, salt, pepper, pineapple salsa, teriyaki sauce, and tortillas, which will come later. What?
When at that time
So,
I
yeah,
got a
that.
whole apple.
Yeah, she stole somebody's apple, I think. So, I'm trying to get still shots as I'm going here for my blog.
You're making a video. I'm
trying. Because I'm going to put it on YouTube, but I'm going to put it on the blog, too. So, let me see. Those tortillas were old, so we've got to cut some. There's my. Ow. It says we need 4 cups pre-sliced pineapple, pepper, and onion mix. So I've got an 8-cup measuring pitcher. Got an 8-cup measuring pitcher. So we're just going to start slicing away. You guys are going to be with me for about half an hour because that's how long it's supposed to take these to cook. Now, I never actually made steak fajitas before, but I wanted to try it the way the recipe has it written. Because that way you get a good taste of it, and if you don't like how it is as the recipe is written, you can always change it. And even with Walmart sales, we can't afford strip steak every time. Why did I thaw both those packages? I don't need both those packages. Hang on a minute, I gotta put one of these packages back in the freezer. I don't need them both of this, I am sure. Okay. One package back in the freezer. Okay. So, now as I'm cutting, I'm just going to talk a little bit. This weekend, we're going to hopefully work on the dining room a little bit. And we'll see how that comes. We're going to do a church Sunday. We're trying out a new church in Sioux Falls. As long as the kids are feeling good. They've kind of got the sniffles, so if they get any worse, we obviously don't want to share our germs because they're kids, and that's what kids do best, is share their germs. So I'm really hoping that they are feeling better by Sunday and we're able to go. We had some pretty bad windstorms up here a couple nights ago. Knocked down some trees down the street. And it seemed like everybody around us had damage. And we were lucky enough. We just lost some leaves here and there, and our trash cans tried to roll down the street. We were able to rescue them, but thank the Lord we didn't lose any of our old trees, and nothing major lost a branch or anything. And okay, so that was 2 peppers. This isn't going to be exact, but it's going to be pretty close. I've got a bowl over here for the scraps, that way I don't have to keep walking back and forth between the trash can. Save my steps, and when I'm cutting hot things or spicy things, it also makes it so the kids can dump it out for me, which is a job they like to do and they can do when they're in here helping. Because then I don't have to worry about them touching anything that is going to hurt their eyes if I don't catch them and make them wash their hands, which I usually don't, because usually they dump it, put the bowl in the sink and run. Andrew is learning to be a little more careful as he is learning how to cook. He's getting the basics. When they can see over the stove and be a safe distance away from the top of the pans and the burners, that's when they're actually going to learn to cook.
Ow!
Hey, please calm down.
That hurts!
I understand that. Don't run in the house. So I'm just separating the half rings that I just cut with the onion. We've got a yellow pepper, a red pepper, and a purple onion. And that is round about, please don't touch, 5 cups-ish. 5 or 6 cups in my measuring pitcher. Excuse me, please. Hey, be nice to your little sister. She wants to play with you.
Oh. Come on, let's go.
Okay, and then
I accidentally fell on Hannah's toast and he's
be careful.
falling on. That's why he
We're
kept
gonna use
you
this
and her
side.
crying.
I've got this lovely little pan. We don't grill outside because, well, we're not outside people. So my husband bought me this great pan for Christmas last year. It's flat on one side and it's a grill pan on the other. I love it. I use it for everything. I had a griddle that was a countertop.
What are you going to use that side for? What are you going to use it for?
For supper.
What for supper?
For cooking the supper.
What are we doing for supper again?
Fajitas.
Oh.
I ran it until it was no longer runnable.
I thought olive oil was not any calories.
Andrew, stop. Okay, so I've got that heating up. Let me put this extra pepper away. We don't need it. It's hard to read and talk and everything else at the same time. Looks like there might be another storm coming in already. It wasn't supposed to hit till later on tonight, but what do they know? They're weathermen. Okay, so it says you're supposed to do this on the grill. I am obviously doing it on the stovetop. So what it says is place grill basket on half the grill. So we're preheating the grill pan, which I'm not using the grill side, but that's okay. Cut the steak crosswise into 1/4 inch thick strips. And I need a bowl to toss it in. So, bowl. And if you know when your local stores are having a sale on your meat, I haven't been in any kind of store yet that doesn't have at least one day out of the week where they're doing a sale on their meat because they have to get rid of last week's meat or however often they put their meat out. Our Walmart, the Walmart we frequent in town, there's like 5 of them, I think, maybe only 4. They usually put their meat on sale Wednesday morning, but you have to get there at like 7 a.m. to be able to get the meat. Well, Costco doesn't open until 10, so that doesn't really work. I wasn't expecting to find meat on sale, but I did. We got 3 New York strip steaks, which it calls for strip steaks, for $6.20. They were originally $8.87. So not quite the best price, really, but for strip steaks, not really that bad of a price. I know a lot of people won't even touch the meat at Walmart, and you know, that's up to you. Everybody likes to get their meat from different places. We're hoping one of these years they had to be ahead enough with everything that when we get tax return, we can go get, we can go to the local butcher and get some local meat and get like a side of beef or a side of pig, if not both. It may be safe enough to get a side of pig halfway through the year. And that will definitely help the month-to-month bills. I know it's going to be a lot up front, but it will help the month-to-month bills. Because we won't have to worry about the meat. We'll just keep track of what we've got in the freezer. So, cut your strip steak. Now, the kids aren't big on the meat part. The girls aren't big on the meat part, period. They really don't like steak. I think they'll try it this time because they're not too bad about trying something new. Gracie will eat the tortillas. more than she will eat anything else. She's a 3-year-old. She's really our vegetarian if there was any, although she does like fish. Ava, she will try a bite of the steak, but she'll mostly eat the onions out of the mix. Andrew will try some of the steak, but he doesn't want any of the vegetables. Although he does get told if he gets them or not, there's only so much you can unmix fajitas once they're mixed. So, cutting the steak. This is going to have to cook a little bit longer. I'm sure everybody out there in YouTube land is cringing because I'm using half-frozen meat. Well, our fridge, thank the Lord, is so full of vegetables right now. There's no place to thaw it in the fridge. So I had to set them out this morning. Stop cringing. I know. I had to set them out this morning. And when I finally found them in the freezer, because I had forgotten where I put them, they were stuck to the chicken. So, both the chicken and the steak, oh, and a package of hot dogs, because I'm just that brilliant, were sitting on the counter for half the day, getting thawed enough to break them apart. The chicken is now in the fridge, because we will need it. The buns went back in the freezer, because we won't need them. Those, they're in my bowl. Give me a minute to wash my hands on my knife. The children are playing, in case you couldn't tell. Don't be yelling. Okay, so now we've got the steak. That's getting nice and warm. I can smell it. Toss in a medium bowl. Put the peppers in. Peppers and onions go in. At least she's happy, right? It's a happy squeal. Oil. So our oil is our 2 tablespoons of olive oil. The peppers and onions, the 3-pack of peppers was, I believe, $2 at Aldi's. So we used $2 of peppers. We used $6 of steak. There's 8, 9 if you figure in the pennies, which you should. The onions, I believe the entire package of like 8 was around $3 at Aldi's. I love Aldi's. So that's, since this was $4 at Aldi's for the whole bottle. So that's like 20 cents. So I would say we're right around, that wasn't quite 2 tablespoons. I would say we're right around $2 here. I mean $10 here. Yeah, don't mind me. It's been a long day. Now, because I know my pan is no longer seasoned correctly, I'm going to go ahead and spray it a little bit. And then you're supposed to put salt and pepper, and it's a 1/4 teaspoon of fresh ground salt and fresh ground pepper. So, not very much, just enough to say, hey, there's salt and pepper there. Now these do not have any cheese on them. I know my children will want cheese on them, and that's fine. My husband and I will not eat them with cheese because we're trying to stick, except for the salsa part, to what is on there so we can get the calories right. And we got this recipe through my husband's work. He works for Signatel Drug. They're doing a program for their employees called Colorful Choices. And it's trying to get the employees to eat different colors of the rainbow. And we're having the kids do it too the best we can. the finances are definitely a factor with that, but we're doing the best we can. Okay, so we've got them all mixed up, and they look pretty nice and coated. And it says to put them in the grow basket and stir a few times for cooking for 8 to 10 minutes. So let's put them on here for 8 to 10 minutes. My pond is not big enough.
What's that? Cow.
That's stuff we're cooking.
Oh, that looks good.
He will try just about anything. I really try not to make the kids anything special unless it's something they cannot eat because of allergies, or I know it's something they don't like. The man and let me watch the book. I'm going to need it later. Rinse my tongs off. Wash that bowl out. Okay, now we gotta cook that for 8 to 10 minutes. I put it on about a quarter still. Because you can see how full my pan is, I'm gonna let it go for 15 unless I see things are getting done. I just want to make sure everything is cooked, especially the meat, because the meat was still half frozen. So let me clean up my workspace a little bit. By the way, if anybody out there in YouTube land knows anybody that flips houses, give me a shout out, because, yeah, this house needs some TLC. This house was built in 1905. Yes? What's that? A pepper in a vest. Hey, it's not hot. It's warm, Mommy. It's warm. I don't want anything warm. I want it cold. What are we doing? Okay, yeah, you can have that. Yeah, we have plans, but any homeowner out there knows how expensive it is, especially your own old home, to get the house fixed up and livable. Once it just starts going, it seems like everything else follows. Once one thing breaks, everything else follows.
I checked the side to see if there's any glasses in it. I said no, I just see any, and then I put it back.
Yeah, I think she wants it open.
Okay.
It's okay.
Can I take it out?
No, leave it there. It's fine. Can you go set chairs up for everybody, please?
No.
We have many plans for the house. 1 room at a time is the plan. We're hoping to be able to start next year, God willing, but we will see what the rest of the bills do. That's cooking along nicely. So yeah, once that gets cooked, we are supposed to put it back in our bowl, toss it with teriyaki sauce. And if you're doing the grilled pineapple, which I didn't really want to do because as much as I love grilled pineapple, that's just something else I have to cut, and I did not have the patience for that. If we do get a pineapple, we'll do that and mix it with salsa. It says to buy pineapple, like 8 slices, like a can of sliced pineapple would work, and grill it, which is really yummy. Grilling the pineapple, it's okay, give it back. Really brings out the sugar in the pineapple. It's scrumptious. There's no way to describe it. It's just something you have to try if you like pineapple. My husband is quickly finding out his favorite fruit is not happy on his calorie count. He usually just eats pineapple. It's one of his snacks at work. He loves pineapple, but it's very high calories for we're finding out. He's not. I'll link his blog below. He's having a hard time keeping up with his blog and everything else going on, but he's not really doing a calorie count type diet. He is trying to get out to burn more calories than he's eating it in. Oh, excuse me. There's no place for the smoke to go when I'm grilling in the house. Our windows don't open because we had to seal them to keep the wind out. And that takes everything straight to the living room. And if I open the dog will go in the garage and Dennis knows me home, and that's just not a good situation. I forgot to take pictures, didn't I, Eva? Yeah. But what he's trying to do is burn more calories than he's eating. Or changing what we eat. We took out pasta. Rice is going to be extremely limited. If we don't get through the rice we do have, we're going to go ahead and send it over to his mom's house. Excuse me. Because they eat rice a lot. And then we'll just keep the little bags around that are going to find some creatures crawling in it. We'll see how long it takes us to get, if this rice is here much longer, I'm just going to send it over there because we've already had it for probably 8 months. We really cut back on the rice consumption last year. But I went ahead and bought it. I think it was a 10-pound bag from Sam's because of the price. The only thing we've eaten rice with in the past 2 months is smothered enchiladas. And then we plan on making chili this month sometime. But that might change if this 100-degree weather doesn't go away. We'll do tacos or something that's not hot soup. Now, my stove, I know my poor stove is not level because no matter what I do, it doesn't cook anything even. I know I'm still learning to cook with the cast iron. I know that. It's a learning process for me. I think I'm getting better at it. But, like, this front section is done. The back section is not done. So these front pieces, we're going to go ahead and put in this bowl right here. Everything done. It all gets to get tossed with the teriyaki sauce before we eat it. Now, normally I've always done fajitas. I will cut the chicken. I will cut the peppers. Throw the chicken into a casserole dish. I found this on Pinterest. It was really easy. I did it when I was really pregnant with Hannah. I found it. We wanted fajitas. I was really pregnant with Hannah. I couldn't stand here for the half hour it took because of how hurting I was just from being so pregnant. And it was really nice when she came because when she was little, I could get everything cut up while she was sleeping, get it all ready to go, throw it in the oven, and then all I had to do was bury her for the 10 minutes to take to its place. So I'll put it in a casserole dish, put oil in the casserole dish, put the chicken, and put a little bit of taco seasoning on it, and then put the peppers and onions on top, and then a little bit more taco seasoning, and around about a 1/4 cup of sugar, because that helps change the taste up a little bit from just plain tacos, other than the pepper. And then stick it in the oven at 400 for, my oven takes 20-25 minutes. My oven's stupid. It has mental issues. We know this, but it works, so I'll just deal with my mental issue oven.
Mom, it's right behind the stove. I'm gonna get it.
Okay. So that is usually how I do fajitas. It's really good. We like it. My husband found this recipe and it sounded really good. So we're gonna try it. We decided. So really, there's not any seasoning you put on the meat besides the salt and pepper before you cook it. Completely different from what I'm used to, but hey, different can be good. I can definitely see this coming back into our diet. And in case you don't know us, it's my husband and I, a 7-year-old, a 5-year-old, a 3-year-old, and a 1-year-old. And yes, they were all evenly spaced, and no, it was not Sam. Go ahead, commence with the jokes. I've heard them all, I promise. They were on God's timing, not ours. This is smelling really good. Y'all need some smell-o-vision. They really need to come out with smell-o-vision. I am stealing that from Emerald and Rachel Ray. They need smell-o-vision. This is smelling really, really good. So it's nice and charred in places and tender in the rest of the places and looking just perfect, really. Makes me want to go to Chevy's. Oh, man. Okay, so, there we go. Let me show you what we got going here. That is some yummy looking food. Look at that food. Look at the food. Okay, so now we're going to toss all that yumminess with teriyaki sauce. We need 3 tablespoons of teriyaki sauce. Now, the only teriyaki sauce I could find was marinade sauce. I'm assuming it's the same thing. I've never bought teriyaki sauce. That was the only one we saw. So, we need 3 tablespoons. In case you didn't figure out yet, I eyeball everything when I cook. Very seldom do I actually measure. It's about 2. That's about 3. And holy cow, that's got some alcohol in it. So then we're gonna toss. Toss. That smells yummy! Let me go get tortillas and our pineapple salsa, and we'll finish our plate and show you what it looks like.
Where's Mom?
Where is Mom? Oopsie, I guess we're using big taco shells.
Mom, what we doing? What the fuck?
Fajitas.
Yummy.
Yep. Okay, so, see, I thought I had at least regular sized taco shells over there. I don't. So I didn't buy any. Might have to go buy a package for next week. We've got burrito sized taco shells, which my husband and most of the kids prefer the flour tacos, so that's what they're getting. We've got corn shells. Hannah and I like the corn shells, so that's what we're getting.
We don't like corn shells.
I know you don't.
So that's why you didn't have to. It looks like dried.
Okay, leave it there. We want to show Daddy. Okay, so all you're going to do now is take your shells, put your meat.
Want to help?
Excuse me, please. Put your meat and your vegetables on the tortillas and put some salsa on top. That's how you're supposed to eat it. This is, how many servings? 4 servings. It says you're supposed to do 8 corn shells. Now, it is going to change for the flour shells.
Can I help?
So for 4 servings, 8.
Help.
So for
Help,
2
help,
corn
help.
shells
Help.
with, stop please, filled with this and with our yummy
Give me
pineapple salsa.
Me watch.
It's only 378 calories for 2 corn shells. I'm guessing because of the flour, it's going to be around 500 for my husband, but that's still really not that bad. Okay, so we're going to do the kids first. Did you guys get your chairs out so you have a place to eat?
Yeah. Mom, Ava's lying because she said yeah. No, I'm not.
Okay, Hannah will eat the
Ava,
peppers.
these chairs are here.
So we're going to get those out for Hannah
I let him guide it.
because she'll eat them.
This one's yours, Ava. No.
And she'll eat a couple taco shells. So let's let that cool off for Hannah. I don't think I've ever had a fajita without any cheese on it. I really don't. But it would be really easy to add cheese.
Mama, let me go.
Guys,
Mama, keep coming into my tub.
be nice.
Because I kept crashing because you were in the way.
Ah, life with kids. Are you okay?
I dropped it.
You've got to hold on to things. Okay, we're not going to do much in Gracie's at all because she will mostly eat the shell and then bring the meat back. They all have to at least take 4 bites of their supper. It's the rule we have. If they don't want to eat, well, mommy is not a short order cook. There are some times where they don't eat. We will take pity on them if there's something new, and we will do a snack later that night.
Why no snack after this?
Because let's worry about supper first. Okay, so we've got this peach pineapple salsa. I couldn't find just pineapple, so you gotta deal with the peach pineapple. This is really good. I've had this before.
Can I try?
Yeah, it's going on your taco.
Oh.
Yes. Are you going to live?
Is the answer yes?
Yes, she will live.
Yeah.
So, yeah, you just...
Here.
Well, yeah, I think you're going to survive.
I'm good though, Dad.
Okay, sure, Daddy.
Do I
Leave
have
your
to-
boogers to
Do I
yourself.
have to have the peppers in there?
I did not put very many peppers in yours.
I don't want to eat the pepper.
I couldn't separate them. There's
Is there
yours.
any salsa?
Yes, right there on top.
My baby put the dot in.
You're welcome.
Is this salsa?
That's salsa. Here's yours. Andrew, I need your attention.
Peach.
Okay,
Peach
I will be
pineapple.
right back. Let me take this to the
That looks
girls.
good.
I'll be right back, and then I'll show you how I do Dennis's.
Sales.
It's getting really dark outside. I think those storms are rolling in sooner than I thought they would. Okay, so Dennis's tacos. You know, because I screwed up and I thought we had the smaller ones, he's gonna get 2 shells. I won't have him save this milk because I will go get smaller ones because it's less calories for him and easier to eat. Stuff like this. Excuse me. Excuse me. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. We got 2 shells here on Dennis's plate. The teriyaki sauce was, I think it was $2 at Walmart. I haven't written my prices down, so it was And prices vary by region too, so if somebody's near us, please excuse me if I'm saying the price wrong. Always figure high when you go grocery shopping. Always. Okay, so we've got the mix on there. We're going to give him 2 teaspoons of salsa on each one. And after I turn the video off, I'm going to write down on my recipe all the information from this salsa, so I don't have to come back out later when we're putting it in Fitbit. It is 2 tablespoons, 15 calories, 2 tablespoons. He's getting, I guess that's a tablespoon, isn't it? He's getting 30 calories from the salsa. We're going to have to do a separate because I didn't do it exactly like the recipe wrote. We are going to have to put it in separate instead of just being able to say it's this much according to the recipe. So, that is Dennis's. He also drinks homemade sweet tea with supper. He drinks right around 5, sometimes 6 liters of water a day. So I kind of figure giving him sweet tea, you know. When you're dieting, you gotta indulge a little bit. I know that sounds funny coming from somebody skinny like I am, but I've heard it many times from many people. I've heard it from the professionals. I've heard it from my own husband, who's done dieting more than once since we've got the kids. And it's really hard on him because most of the plans out there, you can't have this, you can't have that, you can't have this, you can't have that. And for him, when you're going on something like that, and it says that, and it shoots your calorie count up way high that day, it's really hard to get back in the swing of things and do it like you're supposed to do it after you hit that one thing. We're going to be extra careful with the holidays this year. His mom loves baking the family sweets. So when she brings those over, we're going to put a bunch straight in the freezer. Because I'm really bad with sweets. I am. I will eat them and eat them and eat them until I make myself sick. Because that's just how I am. And so we're going to put a whole bunch in the freezer so it's not tempting either one of us. As soon as they come over, the kids and I aren't going to make much until we get Grandma's sweets gone, or we'll make them before Grandma's comes. So there's mine. I know this was a really long video tonight. I hope you bared with me until we got our Hawaiian steak fajitas all done. And if you really want to try that grilled pineapple, I would say shoot for it. It's really good. You won't regret trying the grilled pineapple. I promise you that. I just didn't feel like grilling pineapple. So there you go. Have a yummy supper. And have a great week until I can get another vlog out, which you've heard the children. God bless. Like and subscribe.